Hello and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into some fascinating neuroscience to tackle a really big question. Can you actually train your brain to perform at an elite level? We're going to break down how you can start rewiring your own mind starting right now.
Just think about that for a second. What if you could flip a switch in your head that actually made you excited to take on the tough stuff you always put off? What if you could train yourself right out of laziness? Believe it or not, this isn't science fiction. It's a question that neuroscientist Dr. Sweta Adatia has built her career around answering.
And this quote right here, this is her core idea. And it's a huge shift in thinking. See, the goal isn't just to mess with the wiring in your brain, it's to use that wiring to fundamentally change how you see and act in the world around you. So how on earth do you do that?
Well, it all starts with understanding that there is a constant battle going on inside your head. You've basically got two competing systems, two totally different voices, and whichever one is in charge in any given moment, well, that determines whether you procrastinate or perform.
So on one side, you have what we'll call the watchman. This is your ancient, emotional limbic system. Its only job is to scan for danger and react instantly. It's where fight, flight, fear, and freeze come from. Then, on the other side, you have the CEO. That's your modern, logical prefrontal cortex. This part handles all the high-level stuff. Control, command, choices, and commitment. It's your inner executive.
So for most of us, who do you think is winning this battle? It's the watchman. According to the research Dr. Adatia points to, a staggering 80% of the time, our actions are run by that reactive, emotional, danger-seeking part of our brain. This is exactly why we get stuck worrying and putting things off. The secret to high performance is learning how to put the CEO back in the driver's seat. And the most critical battleground for this power struggle is the very first hour of your day. How you wake up pretty much decides whether the watchman or the CEO is going to run the show. If you can master this golden hour, you can master your entire day.
Think about this car analogy for a second. That blaring alarm clock literally jolts your brain from a deep sleep state, what's called a delta wave state, straight into high alert or a beta wave state. It's super stressful and instantly puts your watchman brain on high alert. That is no way to start a productive day.
So what's the alternative? Well, Dr. Adatia's team studied top performers and boiled down their habits into one simple, powerful formula: movers. This is your blueprint for that golden hour. It's pretty simple. Meditation, to quiet the mind. Oxygenation, through some basic breathing. Visualization, picturing your goals. Exercise, just to get the blood flowing. Reading, something positive. And scribing, which is just writing down what's on your mind to get it out. Even 5 minutes on each can completely flip your day around.
Now let's zoom in on V for visualization for a moment, because this is where things get truly mind-bending. The act of visualizing something isn't just wishful thinking. Neuroscience has shown that your imagination is so powerful, it can literally build new neural pathways and physically change the structure of your brain.
Need some proof? Take a look at this famous study. You had one group of people who physically practiced the song on the piano. Another group, they just mentally rehearsed playing it. They just imagined it. When they scanned their brains afterwards, the growth in the part of the brain for that skill was almost identical between the two groups. That's the power of your focused imagination. It's incredible.
Okay, so a morning routine is great, but how can we train our brain more directly, throughout the day? The next level is learning to control our brain. Waves, specifically something called the alpha wave.
You can think of the alpha wave as your brain's performance sweet spot. It's not deep sleep, but it's also not the high stress frequency you're in when you're frantically trying to solve a problem. It's the state of calm, creative alertness. It's the bridge that lets you access deep ideas while staying totally focused. The better you get at creating this state on demand, the better you'll perform. And the best part is, training your alpha wave is actually really simple. You can start today. One way is to just sit with your eyes closed for 5 minutes, letting your thoughts come and go. Another one is called grounding, just walking barefoot on grass or sand. And a third is listening to specific audio frequencies, like binaural beats, which are designed to gently guide your brain into that alpha state. So why bother? What's the real payoff here? Well, a well-trained alpha wave directly strengthens your CEO brain, and that leads to some really tangible benefits. You start solving problems faster, your thinking gets quicker, your creativity goes up, and maybe most importantly, you become way more resilient to stress. Okay, so we've got a morning routine to start the day right, and a way to build focus. But how do we keep our brains agile and growing all the time? Well, that brings us to our next tool, the Neurobotics Challenge. Here's a simple but profound truth. Your brain does not grow when it's comfortable. Taking the same route to work, eating the same lunch, doing the same tasks over and over, that kind of monotony actually gets in the way of brain cell growth. To keep your brain firing on all cylinders, you have to introduce novelty.
And this is where neurobics comes in. It's a great name, right? Just like aerobics is for your body, neurobics is for your brain. The whole idea is to give your brain these little multisensory challenges that break your automatic routines. Every time you do something that's not on autopilot, you're forcing your brain to build new connections.
And look, this doesn't have to be some big, complicated thing. You can literally start right now. Tonight, try brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand. Tomorrow, take a totally different route to work. Even something as small as moving your phone from the right side of your desk to the left forces your brain to wake up and create a new neural pathway.
So when you start putting all these pieces together, you've got the golden hour routine, the alpha wave training, and these little neurobic challenges, you're not just managing your day anymore. You are actively designing the brain of a high performer. And this really changes how we think about success, doesn't it? It's not about having more hours in the day or more money. Those are just results. Real, lasting success is an internal skill. It's about the mental toughness you've built to face a setback, to face failure, and to not quit.
And get this, one major study found that 95% of people say they procrastinate. 95%. That's almost everybody. It tells us that our brains are naturally wired to take the easy way out. But it also shows the massive, massive advantage you get when you become one of the 5% who actively trains their brain to push through that.
And this is the ultimate mindset shift. When your watchman brain is in control, failure feels like the end of the world. It's catastrophic. But when you've trained your CEO brain, failure is just data. It's not a dead end. It's just a stepping stone giving you information for the next try.
It all comes down to this single, powerful idea. The work you do inside your own head, building that focus, that discipline, that resilience, is the foundation for absolutely everything you achieve in the outside world. Your internal state literally creates your external reality.
So, in the end, reaching your biggest goals isn't just about working hard. It's a brain training exercise. And that training can begin with your very next choice. The only question left is, are you ready to begin?